Well, it is a time of year when kids are heading back to school, but many students aren't simply carrying a book bag or lunches, they're also carrying germs with them. And research suggests when students do return to school, that's when colds and flu can really hit the hardest. Parents never fear, though. There are some easy ways to fight those nasty sore throats, the sniffles and coughs before they even start. To give us some great advice this morning, we brought in Dr. Valerie Miles, a pediatrician with Progressive Pediatrics, and Tony Olson, a mom dedicated to a healthy lifestyle. Dr. Miles, Tony, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so I have to be honest, as a mom of three, I love the fact that the kids are going back to school, but I also dread it because back to school means back to sickness. In my house, what can we do, doctor, to kind of boost our child's immunity?
Well, everybody wants that child that never gets sick, as I'm sure you do. Right? And really, what we know from research is there's a direct connection between our diet and how healthy we eat and how healthy our immune system is. So you really want to support that with your children. And it turns out that fruits and vegetables and whole foods, whole grains, are really the basis of a healthy diet.
But how? I mean, how do they make such a big difference in our child's health?
Well, they're really the only source of antioxidants, which are the repair nutrients, and they help our immune system repair and all the cells in our body repair. And it turns out there's thousands of them, and they need to work together, like they come in the whole food form.
That I love, but I think the other thing, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really know how much, right, my child needs to eat every day. And you talk about, what is it? I heard something like 13 servings of fruits and vegetables?
7 to 13 servings now, not 5 a day anymore.
And I want to bring you into this, Tony, because I know you are like the guru. You're like me, you're a mom, you're very concerned about what your kids eat, but even for you, it's sometimes difficult, right, to make sure that they're getting everything they need nutritionally.
I am a mom on a mission, and I do have a lot of nutrition education. I studied it in college and after, and my husband was an Olympic athlete, so we've always had a huge emphasis in our house on nutrition. And I honestly believe that one of the greatest gifts we can give our children is a foundation in good nutrition.
Absolutely.
And to teach them the importance of good nutrition. I mean, my kids actually eat, they enjoy, they like a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, but our on-the-go lifestyle, where, you know, they're not eating as many meals at home, they're at school or their friend's house or in between their sporting activities. So it is truly a challenge to get it all in every day.
But I'm looking at you while you're saying this, and I know you've got some tricks and some tips. So I'm going to hit you up for those so that our audience can hear exactly what you have going on in just a bit. But I also think that we all struggle, don't we, with getting our kids to eat their veggies, but we were curious if parents clearly understood how many fruits and veggies it takes to hit that daily recommended dose and how many actually end up doing it. So I hit the streets to take a little survey. Let's go ahead and take a look. So Marsha, when you look at this big bowl of fruits and vegetables, how many servings do you think a child needs every day?
Maybe 5.
I would say anywhere between 3 to 5.
I'd say like maybe 5.
Guess again.
6 to 8.
8 or 10, 8 to 10, something like that.
Ding, 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 ding. Between 7 and 13. Would you believe between 7 and 13 servings to get their recommended? Yeah, okay. Of fruits and vegetables.
Not 7 or 13 of this whole basket.
No, but a half a cup and a cup is a serving. And so now you know.
Yeah. Wow. You learn something every day.
I'm laughing and you're smiling. All right, so what did you think of our little informal survey?
That is reality for most people. They don't understand what they're supposed to be doing, and even if they do, it's really hard to get there every day.
So as you can see, I'm not alone in terms of what we can do. So we've talked about kind of the problem. Let's talk about some of the solutions.
Well, one great solution that's brand new is that the USDA has recently revamped that old food pyramid into Choose My Plate. So it's actually a plate that shows how much at every meal, every single day, you're supposed to get of fruits and vegetables. It's half the plate.
Oh my gosh.
Every meal, every day. So if you think about looking at your plate, it's a real easy visual aid, and kids love that. They can see the picture and get it.
I love the idea of the visual aid. I don't so much love the idea of trying to get them to actually, you know, kind of duplicate what is on that visual aid. So my dear, I'm ready to hear those tricks.
Okay, well, one strategy that's worked really well for us is that I like to always serve some form of veggie before every meal. And so if you're in that crazy hour of trying to get dinner out, put out some chopped up veggies with some dip or some hummus. You know, you can do broccoli and cucumber and celery and all kinds of stuff. I also really think if you serve your salad before you bring out the entree,
that's a great idea.
That can be very helpful. That's when the kids are the most hungry and they're most likely to actually eat it. If you serve pizza and pasta at the same time as you put out salad, well, what do you think they're going to go for? Yeah. Another favorite trick of mine is what I call pulverize then disguise. And this is great for those kids who are really resistant to eating fruits and vegetables. You want to sneak them in at every chance you get.
So how do you do that? What do you do?
So I make smoothies, and I'll put in lots of fruits, berries, blueberries, all kinds of stuff, and then a handful of spinach, or maybe a few leaves of kale, or some cabbage.
And they have no idea.
They don't know it's in there. They think they drink it right down. Another way is tomato sauce. You can put in peppers, onions, broccoli. If you're making eggs, you can grate some zucchini and then grate the cheese on. They won't know it's in there. Every little time you get the opportunity, soup is a wonderful place to hide lots of veggies.
I do love that. Now, but let me say this though, even with all the tricks that you're using, how can you ultimately though be really confident that your kids are getting what they need?
It's hard, and actually I worry. You know, even on our best days, I want some other insurance that they're actually getting everything they need.
So it sounds like you want an insurance policy.
I do.
Okay. Tell me about that, because an insurance policy really is just making sure that there's something concrete that you can look at and say, yes, they're getting exactly what they need.
That's right. And for my patients, what I recommend is Juice Plus, which is a fruit and vegetable concentrate that's made into a powder out of fresh fruits and vegetables and put into a capsule or a delicious gummy form. And for me, when I think about it, that's just that safety net that the kids are going to get by eating the Juice Plus in addition to their healthy diet.
You know, I know you're a pediatrician and I know you see, you know, hundreds of kids a year. What sold you specifically on Juice Plus? Because I know you probably hear about so many supplements and things.
I do, and I'm very skeptical. So we have to do the research, which is what I did when it sounded too good to be true.
You did the research. I should have known that.
I did the research. And there was a mom in my practice who said, my kids never get sick anymore, and they were sick all the time before taking Juice Plus, and now they never get sick anymore. And that might not be everyone's experience, but that was hers, and it intrigued me, but I felt like it was too good to be true. But the research really backed it up.
What was it about the research that convinced you?
Well, first of all, it's gold standard research, which really speaks to doctors. Most of it is gold standard research published in journals that are respectable journals, you know, really powerful. And what that research showed was, first, Juice Plus nutrients get into the body, all these antioxidants that we're talking about, and they get to do their work if they're in the bloodstream, helping protect DNA, helping your immune system be supported, helping your cardiovascular system be supported. And there's even a recent study that just came out last year from the British Journal of Nutrition, a huge journal, that was done on over 500 healthcare workers, mostly nurses. And they were able to show, with just 2 months of taking Juice Plus at the beginning of helping the immune system, that they had significantly less days that they had colds that winter.
Oh, nice.
And cold symptoms were really decreased in the moderate to severe cold symptom category. So there you go.
And Tony, I know your family has been using Juice Plus for a while now. In fact, you say it became your nutritional insurance policy, which I think is great. But as a proactive mom, what convinced you?
Really, I loved the concept of Juice Plus. It just made so much sense to me, the idea that I would be able to get nutrients from all these different fruits and vegetables into my kids every day in a convenient and affordable way. And there's also something called the Juice Plus Children's Health Study, which is an ongoing survey that thousands of families have participated in. And what these families are reporting is that their kids are not getting sick as much. So they're not missing as much school, parents aren't missing as much work. Kids are actually eating more fruits and vegetables.
Nice.
They are drinking, eating less fast food, drinking more water, and the awareness of their health is increased. And I know that's something that we've seen in our family, and that's priceless.
But here's the other thing, and you know this as moms, sometimes kids will fight you. They do not want to take those vitamin supplements. What do you suggest to alleviate this?
Well, one great thing about Juice Plus is it tastes so much better than most
and you know what, I can attest to that because I've been eating these.
I
don't know how many you're supposed to have, but they're good.
They taste delicious.
They taste great.
And so my first thing that I always teach families is that it's just like brushing your teeth. You don't have your children forget to brush their teeth, and Juice Plus's nutrients are really helping clean those cells. And so it's important to remember it on a daily basis and make a routine out of it, but also to consider it kind of a protection, like any discipline. You would say it's not really a choice to do it or not. It's a choice maybe when you do it. And I feel like the best time is really when they're hungry, the same as Tony was talking about the vegetables before the meal. You give the Juice Plus when the children are hungry, they're happy to eat it, especially those chewables.
Some great advice, ladies. Thank you so much for coming by and sharing it with us on the show this morning.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
And if you want to learn more about the Children's Health Study and how better nutrition can actually help you and your family, just go to childrenshealthstudy.com. And if you'd like to hear more about Juice Plus and the clinical research behind it, simply check out the website. It's juiceplus.com.